Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. And today I'll be using the slab mold and I'll be using the drop pour technique or the drop swirl technique. And I actually just came up with the palette color scheme today. It was actually a web page that I use at work, and when I did what I needed to do and logged out and it got me back to the home page, I saw it right there right in front of me. It's like, there's your soap this evening. So we'll be drop swirling in, starting with Nurture Soap's Blue Vibrance, but I'm going to add some TD to it to make it kind of a sky blue. Then we're going to be using Nurture Soap's Climb Blue, which is a dark blue, and it'll be just as it is. We'll be using Mad Micah's Goldfinger, and I'm going to leave it just as it is. I may put a splash of TD, I may not, I'm not sure. And then white, so light blue, dark blue, gold, and white. Those will be the four colors. And I'm using Nurture Soap's Star Showers. This has always been a favorite. I haven't used it in a long time, but I know it behaves well, and most important, holds up in cured soap. And I think that's it. So give me just a minute to get set up and we'll get started. Okay, so let's start with our light blue because I'll be pouring in this order. So a teaspoon of the Blue Vibrance. And give it a hand stir, which I know just from experience a teaspoon is enough. And yes, it looks great, but because I want this a light blue, I'm going to put in a teaspoon at a time. No, probably a couple, I'd say, because I want it pretty light. And then when I stick blend that, it'll really lighten it up. So that's good. So let's set that aside, and now let's work on our next blue, which is Climb Blue, which will be the dark blue. And it looks good, and I'm making a mess like I always do. So we'll set that aside. Next will be our Goldfinger. Because this is really potent, I'm going to put just under a teaspoon, just a little bit less. Let's see how that does. Yep, that looks good. And finally, our white. Give these a very quick hit with a stick blender to finish emulsifying and to lighten up the white, to disperse the titanium dioxide and lighten it up. And I'm going to do it lightest to darkest, so I'm going to start on the end with the white. Makes such a difference. And then our light blue. And our dark, well, no, we'll do our Goldfinger first. And our dark blue. Now I'm going to just hand stir the fragrance. I'm not going to stick blend it at all. So we'll go a quarter, a quarter, a quarter, a quarter in each. Give these a good hand stir. And the color palette looks great. I'm really happy with it. It's time to pour. While these do look a little on the thin side, this will be a pretty long pour, so I need that extra time. Star Showers behaves well, but it doesn't actually slow down, so I do need to really move. So I'll probably start out slow pouring in real time, but this is going to be a long pour, so I'll eventually speed it up. Okay, it's time to cut our soap. And I'm pretty pleased with it. The pour went really well, stayed nice and fluid right up until almost the end, and got a little thick, but I was ready to do the top then, so it didn't matter. So let's dive in and see what we have. Yeah. So I'll just cut a few bars from each and we'll see what the bars look like. That's real close to what I had envisioned. This could have been just a little bit lighter, but no big deal. Let's see what the other bar looks like. So yeah, I'm really pleased with these. Turned out very well. And this is what I have for this week. So thanks for watching. And as always, stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and be blessed. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.